That rose baton reeks of pride and pain. I must break it, though it might be doing you quite the favor. Where once I played the music, I now command it. You shall bend, proud spirits, or be broken. Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone, or what? Handelabra believes. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at LewDolphin21 on Twitch. Nope. LewDolphin21 on Twitter. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks since I've done this, and it's been a long week for me. LewDolphin21 on Twitter and LewDolphin on Twitch and YouTube, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse, One Deck Dungeon, Bottom of the Ninth, and Aeon's End are available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, and Spirit Island will be soon as well, thanks to the glorious backing of the Indiegogo project. And you can get the games and more info at Handelabra.com. Whew, yeah, it's been a long week for me, and I'm sorry I took off last week, but I was preparing for this long week. It's been a very chaotic semester for me teaching 21 credits and having quizzes and exams to grade up the wazoo. It's been a long week. I am ready to just play some Sentinels, so let's just get to it. I'm playing Sentinels today first and foremost, since you're seeing here, and what I did mention last stream, 2 streams ago, is that I'm going to try to alternate between doing a pure Sentinel stream and a One Deck Dungeon Aeon's End stream, just because it's hard to kind of try to balance all 3 games in a single stream. So I'm just going to focus on Sentinels today, alright? So if you like Sentinels, this is the stream for you. And we were doing the summer / fall / eventually winter of the challenges challenge, where we are playing against all the villains in challenge mode, and with 3 hero teams, with decks coming from that deck's expansions. So we're playing Akash'Bhuta today in Tomb of Anubis against Argent, Adept, and Nightmist, and the 3rd hero is in this case a free agent. I brought in Akash'Thriya because it just seems like I should. And 3 hero teams, we have to lead with the nemesis. So in this case, since Akash'Bhuta's nemesis is Argent Adept, it's fitting that we lead with Argent Adept. So Argent Adept is starting with, and this is Dark Conductor Argent Adept, who can reveal the top card of any 2 decks and forcibly puts one into play and the other in the trash. He is starting with an Arcane Cadence, an Inspiring Supertonic, a Scherzo of Frost and Flame, and Zeus Bell. Nightmist, base Nightmist, although we will try to balance across all variants, has Astral Premonition, Enlightenment, Scouring Mists, and Starshield Necklace. And Akash'Thriya has Creeping Mold, Earth's Attunement, Healing Pollen, and Primeval Germination. Cool. So Akash'Bhuta's challenge difficulty. Akash'Bhuta is immune to environment damage and villain damage, meaning that any damage that we have to do to her, it will be our damage. So a lot of these primeval limbs that ordinarily deal damage when they get destroyed will now not deal damage. Rather, Akash'Bhuta cannot deal herself damage because Akash'Bhuta is a villain target, and she is immune to her own self-damage. So we have to damage her ourselves with our 3 hero team, 2 of which are even, I don't actually know what Akash'Bhuta's or Akash'Thriya's complexity is, but Argent Adept and Nightmist are both complexity 3. So it'll be fun. Let's see what she starts with. She does not have a setup, so all she does is play a card, and she got Living Rock Slide. Cool. Okay, so the Living Rock Slide on a 3 hero team isn't as terrible as it is in a 5 hero team, only dealing 1 damage each round, which a lot of these heroes can just shrug off. So maybe I should focus on Akash'Bhuta, or should I focus on setup? The answer is going to be setup, because this is a marathon match. And Arcane Cadence with Dark Conductor, Argent Adept is probably a good idea, because we can immediately get a card into play that way. So Arcane Cadence gives me Teleman's Lyra, Inventing Preparation, Drake's Pipes, Silver Shadow, Polyphoric Flare. I don't know why I'm reading all these cards out loud. This is like a tutorial stream, I guess. It's been 2 weeks since I've done a stream, and now I'm tutorialing, which is fine. These cards are not alphabetical. I don't know if they were always like that. I guess these are literally what the top 5 cards were. So my next card would have been Teleman's Lyra if I had drawn it. So I have instruments, and instruments are good for this Argent Adept because he can't activate texts otherwise. He has a melody and he has a harmony. So both of these instruments have a use. Teleman's Lyra works well with the Inspiring Supertonic because it allows Argent Adept to do another power. You know. So I probably want to get that and Inspiring Supertonic next turn. And Silver Shadow's a great card when you're fully set up. I mean, it's also a nice card to play in general. It allows for an accompany activation and a card play. Invents Preparation is an excellent card there. So many good cards. Polyphoric Flare is a card that is really good when you're fully set up, and we will want that later on, but not right away. So bottom of the deck is harder to get to than the trash. So Polyphoric Flare probably could just go to the bottom. Card in hand. I kind of feel like we want the prep and we want the Lyra. So I guess between and there's a third card because we'll get a card in hand, one in play, one will be put at the top of my deck, which will then be played. So I guess I mean, instruments are also really easy to get to, although we don't have a conjuration. Let's get a I don't know. Let's get, I guess it's just going to be the Lyra and the prep in some order. So I guess we'll take the pipes in hand since that won't be played immediately. Lyra on top, Flare on the bottom, Shadow in the trash, prep and prayer. I guess I should probably. Oh, you know, I know what I did wrong. I was wondering why. Well, I was wondering why I was I was putting a card in the trash I wouldn't ordinarily do. So card in hand is Silver Shadow. That's what I did wrong. And then this is top because that will be played. That will be bottom because I don't need it right away. Pipes can be gotten back quickly. And now I can do this top card of Adept's deck. And I know I'm going to be putting Argent Adept's card in play. I don't think there's reasons to control Nightmist or Akash'Thriya. I could just look at Akash'Bhuta and at least discard a card. Like if we can discard a Primeval Eruption, that'll be great. We get Ensnaring Brambles. Okay, well, that's something. Don't really want to control the environment or even discard the environment because that will shuffle Akash'Bhuta faster. Although there is a reason to do that in various settings. I don't think that's the case right now. And I mean, I guess like we could get her to shuffle. We could shuffle the Tomb of Anubis more quickly. Actually, Akash'Thriya is very good at doing that herself. Hey, Seamus, how are you doing? Like we could do it at the end of Akash'Thriya's turn herself, just because I guess if the tomb does not play a card. If the tomb plays a target, Akash'Bhuta plays a card, right? Yeah, so there's actually a reason to do that. Okay, hello and welcome to me overthinking. So she's going to draw lots of cards this turn. And hey, Centurion, how are you doing? We don't really have much in the way of damage dealing right now. Is it? So I want to get. I don't really want to do this yet. We're not at that point. And that's a powerful power, except it involves a discard. But I just want to draw lots of cards on Nightmist. I think I want to draw lots of cards on Nightmist. Except it's one. Right, it's only my top. Okay. I forgot. I was like, I'm going to discard Starshield Necklace. Nope, that's not how that card works, dude. That is not how that card works. Who wants to draw a card? I'm going to give it to Nightmist because she's getting 3 card draws. Might as well give her a 4th card draw. All right, and then I think what we're going to do is get this set up so that it's this one. Get that set up so that and we're not going to play the top card of the environment deck. And I don't have a seed in my hand. Or I do have a seed in my hand. Duh, I have a seed in my hand. I don't have a seed in my trash. But I can still do it from hand. And we're going to shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck. So this can have a chance of coming out. I don't want the HP regen one. But Akash'Thriya is really good at putting Akash'Bhuta on whatever side we want her in. Okay, increased damage by environment targets. Entomb for damage. Okay. So can we destroy ongoing somewhere? I don't think we really can. Unless we somehow get the seed. But it's currently not on the top anyway. Right, well in that case, that's kind of just gonna happen, isn't it? It's only 3 damage. I know it's a marathon fight, but it's only 3 damage. So it's not bad. So I can activate this power, and I can activate that accompany. So we're getting a power and a play if I play this. So I gotta play that. Do we want to give it to Argent Adept? I think we want to. I think having Argent Adept get himself set up is ideal. And this time I don't know what's on the top of my deck. So it's probably more advantageous to select a second hero so that if I get like a Polyphoric Flare or something, I can still play something else. So Nightmist? Let's do Nightmist. We have Counterpoint, Bulwark, and Ball Forth. Yes, Ball 4. Counterpoint Bulwark is card draws and also damage reductions. And this card will be really nice when we have Akash'Flora, because we'll be able to get powers on Akash'Thriya's turn without as much of a penalty. Call Forth. We do have a 4. And she can get 4 cards in hand, but she does have the amulet, which is... I mean, some people, some advanced Nightmist players will say that the amulet is not a necessary card. But I love it, so I want it. I must have it. And we don't have Akash'Flora, and we don't necessarily have a means of getting it. So I guess we should focus more on the immediately useful and call Forth. And discard a 4. Tome of Elder Magic and Elder Ring. And someone may play a card other than me. Getting Nightmist set up is probably nice. Oh, we could get a seed this way. We could get an ongoing destruction seed. But I wanted... Because we still have a card play on Akash'Thriya's turn, right? When a primordial seed is destroyed, you may move it to the environment trash. Whenever here, target will be dealt damage by an environment card. You may redirect that damage to a primordial seed. First time an environment card enters play each turn, either play or discard the top card of the environment deck. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle a primordial seed from the environment trash into the environment deck. Okay, so we do have some good setup cards there. Obviously, Nightmist has some good setups, but we do want Akash'Thriya to play instantaneous maturation somewhere. And a seed is going to get destroyed, so one with the land is also a good place. We want to be able to do both. Although she plays a card here, doesn't it? Yes. We could also play Primeval Germination to further our cause. So Thriya. And I think it doesn't really matter which order this happens. But we do want ongoing destruction. And conveniently, we will draw blood with this. We have damage! Akash'Bhuta! Now, Entomb is going to deal 3 damage. That's going to take out the seed. So, play 1 with the land and 2 in the bush. Okay. So we don't have as much setup for Nightmist. I think we want to get Elder Ring and Amulet. It's a damage increase, so she'll hit herself more, but damage. I'm going to save this though, because right now it's just a discard 2 to draw 2. I kind of want more cards. All right, then we can do the Primeval Germination, and I don't want to play the top card of the environment deck. Seed from my hand or trash. There's only the one in my hand. My hand's drawing empty. I don't think I need to shuffle. I mean, that is a seed that can go in the deck. But keeping her on this side at least makes it so that we... It is Yickle! Hey, Licky, how are you doing? I'll shuffle that. Yes, I can already shuffle that anyway. I don't need to shuffle it. Swinging Blades. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 3 melee damage. Oof. I mean, that's going to happen. Play the top card of the environment deck? Sure. 1 hero target regains 4 hit points. Looks like Nightmist. And then this is going to do things. Buddha's immune, yes. I can one with the land, which is preferable. I can amulet as well. Yes, and if I do that, I can take out all of the... I can have the heroes take none of the damage. But we will redirect this one. 3 damage is worth it. I'll discard a 1. My other ones are good cards, although our deck now has 3 relics, so Call Forth isn't as useful. The annoying thing with Call Forth, it doesn't really give you as many cards as you think it would, because you play this card and you discard a card, so it costs 2 cards, and you get it up to 4 cards, so you draw 2 cards, basically. If there's 2 in your deck. If there's only 3 in your deck, you only get 1 more card, so it's not as useful. All right, so that hits the Rock Slide, and we will redirect this. Let's hit the Creeping Mold. Either destroy an ongoing or environment. Or yeah, so we can let's do this first. Destroy an Entomb, save us from that damage. Move it to the environment trash. Try to hit Thriya, redirect it to Healing Pollen. Instead, we move it to the trash and draw a card. So wait, why did we draw a card for that? I don't remember. Was it the seed? Draw a card. Okay, yeah, duh. Duh! Okay. Which villain is the most annoying or difficult to beat, do you think? Annoying is an interesting question. Difficult to beat, certainly Iron Legacy would be the top contender. He's like the definition of difficult, although he's more cheap than difficult, honestly. Chairman is very difficult, even when you know how to play him, because a prison break means you're screwed and you're done. I find Infinitor pretty tricky because he is such an overwhelming damage fight. And I never really figured out whether you want to just attack the manifestations or attack Infinitor and ignore the manifestations, or do one or both or all. I don't know. It's a tricky fight, especially on advanced when there's a +1 on the flip side and he does too many card draws on the other side. As far as annoying goes, that's a bit more subjective. Ambuscade can be annoying because he can keep cloaking when he's easy to beat anyway. I kind of want to say Kargra, but I don't really get annoyed by Kargra. But I know that people get bothered by Kargra, and they're like, "Oh my god, she played Fickle Fans, and I lost all my points." When you could have just avoided that. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely tricky. Most difficult environment. I mean, Rook City's obviously the top contender, and I mean, Rook City's probably going to be the absolute answer for that. So, second most difficult environment. I mean, Megalopolis is annoying. I would say Megalopolis is actually more annoying than difficult. Yeah, you get locked out of card plays. Yeah, you get locked out of powers. Yeah, you get locked out of draws. But it also gives you police backup. Actually, rooftop combat and close quarters combat, I think, make that environment a little more fun. Especially if you get rooftop combat, because that card doesn't get destroyed until you deal enough damage to character cards. You can actually game it so you don't destroy it right away. And the nice thing about that one is that no other environment cards can be played while it's in play, so you can't get screwed out of card plays. I would probably say Madame Mittermeier's is another difficult one, because it just keeps building up and up and up, and eventually you reach a point where you're like, I don't know how to deal with all of the 10 environment cards that are out there. Oh, the medley. Okay, so Thriya does not have too many cards to play. That's a great power. I think we want an Arcane Cadence. That's probably what I should do, because that will give me options. So we already have the Inventive Preparation. We don't need the Polyphoric Flare. Syncopated Onslaught is good for damage dealing, although we can only activate the Perform once. At least once in a turn. Ordinarily, you could do it twice. But with this version of Argent Adept, the only way you can activate the Perform of Rhythms is with Zoo's Bell. So we can only do it once. But the Subdominant is obviously great. And the Instrumental Conjuration, if I play it, it's going to shuffle my deck if I search my deck. But we do want to get the Harp. So I think, in this case, the bottom of the deck, while it's a little hard, it's like it's not going to go into the trash, but it can still be gotten with the shuffle. So I guess in this case, let's put the Onslaught in hand. Conjuration on top. Flare on the bottom, prep in the trash, and play the Subdominant, and then do the Performs. And reveal Argent Adept, and let's try to bury bad Akash'Bhuta cards, but we get Mountainous Carapace, which wasn't really bad anyway. I mean, Rook City allows for villain card plays, so the difficulty of Rook City is more tied to the difficulty of the villain you're playing. And some villains don't really get too much of a benefit from the extra card play. Like Grand Warlord Voss might be one of the villains with the least detriment, although if he gets the forced deployment on Rook City's turn, yes, it's pretty awful. But a hero, like a villain like Omnitron that could play an EPE on the Rook City turn is going to be much more difficult. Standalone Rook City isn't that awful. I mean, like, if you're playing Rook City without a villain, then yeah, Rook City is not bad. Okay, so Nightmist is gonna take her turn to get set up here, and I don't even really know what I want to do. Let's Elder Ring. You flipped Apostate? I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think I've flipped Apostate once. I mean, sometimes you have to flip Apostate if you can't deal with the damage reduction and damage redirection. I mean, like, yeah, Seamus's reaction was basically mine, but I think like 1 or 2% of the time, you just have to flip Apostate to deal with the relics. Like, if you have heroes that can't deal lots of damage, and he's played the relic that redirects damage to itself but also has the -2 damage relic. It is very difficult to get out of that situation without spending 15 turns. So kind of like what I always want to do is just play equipments and ongoings and just keep getting more and more set up. But like it doesn't really make sense to play the Star Shield right now because I'm still close to max and it could just get destroyed. That said, if I do play it and she destroys equipments, then we'd have more options and I wouldn't have to deal with as many instruments. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for general Argent Adept safety. And this is 3 damage now. My soft rule with this is if it's 3 damage, redirect it. And I can take out the rock slide with it, so I guess it's worth it. I don't think I'm ever going to be using Astral Premonition. Not that it's a bad card, but the discard just makes me wary. Yeah, I know that a lot of people say the self-damage part of Nightmist makes the Elder Ring less useful, but I really like the extra punch that it provides. And I mean, I have a lot of hit points still, and I can regen HP pretty easily, so I feel like I don't really need to worry about it. Plus, this team can provide a lot of healing anyway. All right, Cultivation. Do I want to shuffle one or all? I mean, there is at least one in the trash. But we have these. I think I mean, like, we are already getting automatic movements from this. So let's just keep moving cards. Just keep it moving. You're raised on card games that heavily rely on using health as a resource. Yes. 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 I have learned that myself too. I used to be very afraid of getting low on hit points, but really, if you haven't finished a game at 1 hit point, then you're doing something wrong. You didn't need to heal that much. You wasted too much time healing. I feel like I want to put a healing pollen in just to completely contradict what I just said because it's funny. Yeah, 1 hero will take a damage. Let's give it to Akash'Thriya. Hi, Anubis. Discard. So if I want to destroy Anubis, I will need to flip Akash'Bhuta. Destroy 3 hero ongoing cards. Okay. Keeping Argent Adept set up is probably the most important. Primeval Germination and one with the land are also really good because they allow seeds to go into the deck in the trash much more quickly. I guess I don't need Cultivation. It's a bit redundant. Earth's Attunement at least allows for her to control when to shuffle the environment trash, but I guess I don't need it as much. And now I have cards I don't really want to lose too much. Do we have any duplicates in hand anywhere? Not there. Primeval Germination, or yeah, Germination we already have a copy of, so that's good. That discarded 3 cards. And I'm assuming they weren't seeds. Okay. So we got one more of those cards that destroy ongoing cards. So they're not safe yet. So we have the Lyra, we have the Harp, we have Inspiring Supertonic, we have Inventive Preparation. I would probably want a Perform of a Harmony. that isn't Alacritus dominant. Not that that's bad, it's just will destroy itself, so it's temporary and fleeting. Boop! Hey Sparky Wolf, how are you doing? So I'm gonna do Syncopated Onslaught because I don't really have another option here. Man, what? I don't have other options. I have all these options. I'm just gonna keep playing setup cards. The harp isn't gonna do anything for me though, unless I want to activate this, which I don't really want to. Or no, oh, duh. Hey, I have a card here that has, okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I can have the Argent Adept regain hit points. Yes. And let's keep doing this to Argent Adept because setup on Argent Adept, and let's do Nightmist again, Conjuration and Planar Banishment. Destroy up to that card's ongoing and or environment cards that can destroy Anubis. But destroying Anubis makes Akash'Bhuta play a card, so I don't want to do that. And Instrumental Conjuration, we have one instrument in my deck and one in my trash. And the one in my deck is Akpunku's Drum. And one in my trash is Drake's Pipes. So melody ones. We don't have two melodies in place, so let's get the one that could do rhythms. One player other than me may play a card now. Let's keep doing that one. I like setup. Setup's fun. Ooh, Akash'Flora. Out of turn. Yes. Yes. Except I don't have the reduction one because it's in my trash. We'll want to get Akash'Flora going because Akash'Flora is Akash'Flora. Okay, what I can do... Oh, I have a Heedless Slash. Yeah, let's just Heedless Slash. It gives me a 4. Yes. Yes. Oh, cards. I guess... I want to keep my Oblivions for rainy days. I'm going to probably regret the decision to discard the Amulet because she's going to destroy equipments. And I would like to be able to play instruments, or keep my instruments, or have backups for my instruments. Let's discard Enlightenment, I guess, because it's only a 4. Do I want to destroy do I want to go after Arboreal Phalanges? Or just go after Akash'Bhuta. I mean, the Phalanges aren't too bad, so I'm just gonna leave them in. It's only 2 damage per round. And I might as well just hit Akash'Bhuta twice. I forgot about the second part of it. Switch your trash and hero deck. It's an interesting card, but I think my deck is more valuable. I wanted to get the Tome of Elder Magic so I could actually use another power than this one. The Tome of Elder Magic only allows for 1 card draw, but it doesn't involve self-damage, which makes it nice. Do I want to regain hit points? Nah, not really. Alright, so I don't have the damage reduction on Akash'Flora. I can use 1 power and not die, or I could use 2 powers and die. Argent Adept would like to play that Rhapsody of Vigor, I would say. If he could play Rhapsody of Vigor, he could heal some of Akash'Flora with his powers. Except for right now. But we do have the Alacritus, so we could play a card off of this. So let's do that. He can't just do all the things that I want him to do, though. We will do that so we can still do a second effect. And then he's going to play a card off of this one. And that card is going to be mean, I could actually get heals if I burn the Alacritus, but I don't have any of my freaking Vernal Sonatas yet. I feel like I'm getting punishment for all the times that I'm like, Vernal Sonata, I don't really play that card too much. I know it's good, but I never have a good opportunity to play it. Now it's all on the bottom of my deck, so. Oh well. What about the Rhapsody? And then another hero may play a card. I should probably consider using the things that say deal damage because, well... Because... Nightmist. Let's get out that Tome of Elder Magic since I didn't do it last time. Alright, do I want to burn the Alacritus so that I could use a power and actually activate the Rhapsody? See, the way to activate it would be to activate the Accompany of a Rhythm, which I'm not really too fussed about, but I mean, I also don't need the hit points. So I'm going to go ahead and use a power now because, well, things. So damage and hit points. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Or, well, yeah, this or this. Like, how many more setups do we need? I don't think I want setup. Let's just do damage because we can have Argent Adept damage Akash'Bhuta for Nemesis damage. So it's, you know, progress towards the victory condition. And I like that Akash'Flora does not appear in this list because technically it's at max HP. Alright, let's not do that damage part. Let's get the Primeval Germination. Let's move seeds to places as the earth turns. Up to 2 other targets are going to hit point. I wonder who I should select for this. Alright, shuffle. Creeping Mold. Shemai's. And go ahead and play that because it's a seed. Yes, yes. Deals up to 3 targets, 2 toxic. Well, let's hit Akash'Bhuta. Let's hit Arboreal Phalanges. And then Shemai's deals the non-environment with the second lowest, which is Akash'Flora. Screw you. And he also searches for the Rod of Anubis. I think technically that hasn't happened yet. I think it's we're doing reactionary stuff still. But yeah, I'm gonna hit Shemai's because he is gonna hit Akash'Flora. Alright, guess I could redirect it to Creeping Mold to destroy a card. I actually just want to keep Creeping Mold more for keeping Entomb in check. Oh, good! Destroy equipment cards! Remember when I said that she was gonna play that card? It's actually fine. Although we don't have as many equipments as ongoings because Akash'Thriya does not contribute. Let's get rid of a tome. And yeah, you're being annoying. Do I want to destroy an Elder Ring? I guess I can. We have duplicates. Do I want to destroy the Starshield necklace that I haven't used yet? Probably. Alright. Hello. I am Lou Dolphin, and I'm here to cause you great pain. I can't even do the Reduxy thing anyway because I don't have Zeus Bell in place. So I guess I should play Zeus Bell then so that when I get the Reduxy thingy, I can actually use it. Oh my gosh. Power. Power. And something. Card play. Get the Elder Ring back. And then heals. And Can't do anything else there that's useful. Oh yeah, I don't have the other one anymore. That's my only option. I'm at max hit points. Oh well. Do we have another card play here? Enlightenment. Let's go and have you play it out of turn, because you could redirect it if it's a good enough good enough number. And it is a 3. I will accept that. And I'll discard 1 Oblivion because we have 3 of them. Mist of Time. If I have a call forth, I'm not going to use anyway, right? So there we go. Who wants to draw 3 cards? Nightmist wants to draw 3 cards. Mist Form. I like Mist Form. Be nicer if Nightmist was at higher hit points than Akash'Thriya, because then Anubis's retaliation damage would just keep hitting Nightmist and it wouldn't matter at all. I still can't really destroy environment targets, although I could as the Earth turns and destroy them. So I guess I'm going to do that next turn then. So I'm not going to Mist Form just yet. I'll put out Astral Premonition, and then you have it. Even though I don't expect to use it. Let's get rid of this one. And I guess the 4. I don't like discarding 4s. Master of Magic. I wanted that. It was only on the bottom several numbers of cards. Alright, now we can do this thing where Argent Adept perpetually heals Akash'Flora. I don't want to harp though, so it's going to be Lyra and Drum. Lyra, I hardly know her. And Drum. Damage or card? This is the timeless question. Master of Magic is what I want. And then heals. We can play this game on hard mode where I heal Akash'Bhuta every time I have the opportunity. And then we have another option for card play. I could Heedless Lash now. Or I could play, I could play something that would heal me, basically. Although it would be only 1 hit point. And do I even, I could regain a hit point, I guess. And what are the cards in my deck? I have 2s, 3s, and 4s. But there's a chance of an Oblivion and a chance of a Mistbound. I mean, Mistbound's awesome, but not really exciting card plays there. So let's just go for straight up damage. And let's not do any more there. As the Earth turns, giving me an opportunity to destroy environment targets. And let's shuffle another Creeping Mold into the deck. Oh, look, the top card is actually a 3 card. Awesome. Deal up to 3 targets, 2 toxic each. How about Buddha and Phalanges and Shamais? Oh, and the top card is a 3 card again. Nice. Let's just hit a Creeping Mold and keep Flora alive. I mean, that won't die, but yeah. Deal the damage. Play Creeping Mold. Good. That's what you get for being a thing. Missed a lot, you see. Yeah, you missed form. Oh. Okay, can I... What should I do? I should Arcane Cadence. I did not get the one I wanted. I wanted to get the one that would, actually I could Saraband. The Saraband would allow me to destroy Shemai's and Anubis easily. I wanted to get the damage reduction. We still have counterpoint bulwark. I want to do that on Akash'Flora, and then we can do lots of powers on Akash'Thriya's turn. We also have not found any Vernal Sonatas yet. Fun fact. But let's see. I'm going to not use my base power, so it's not going to be the second place. So I'll put a Rhapsody in hand. Silver Shadow on top. We have a Sadistic and we have a Syncopated in play, so I don't need those as much. Let's put Syncopated in the trash so that eventually I could Vernal Sonata it. And then Saraband. And I don't need to heal, so I'm going to use the Lyra into the drum. And I think it's still just straight up damage because nothing would have changed since... We don't really have that many cards between Nightmist and Akash'Thriya, so I guess we want to focus less on card plays right now. We kind of want card draws, which, by the way, would come from Counterpoint Bulwark. Just saying. But yeah, I can destroy something. I think... I mean, on a destroy a card, Akash'Bhuta will try to play a card, so it's going to play an environment card, but that's fine. Was this the first time a non-environment card is destroyed? So I could destroy Shemai's. Yeah, let's destroy Shemai's. Akash'Thriya deals are self-damage. Judgment of Anubis searches for Anubis, which... Well, I'm glad that I didn't try to destroy Anubis then, because it would have gotten back. Discard. And I feel like this is a card for Nightmist because now she can deal damage without the discard clause. So, I think my plan was to destroy Anubis while as the Earth turns is out, but you could actually do this again where Argent Adept destroys a card on his turn, although I could just do it right now. I could do it myself. Like Judgment of Anubis, if Anubis is not in play at the end of the environment turn, he can't deal damage. And he can't search for it after it already tried. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and play our Banishment, and I am 1 hit point away from max, so I'm going to play the lower number 1. And I will discard the 2 for this one. Mists of Time, I guess, and Oblivion. I was hoping to not have as many discards here, but that's fine. Okay, destroy Anubis. Deal self-damage. Play a Healing Pollen. Should I heal Akash'Thriya or Creeping Mold? Oh, and I could also destroy Judgment of Anubis. I mean, I don't want to destroy the Rod of Anubis because that's providing a power to Nightmist, but I could destroy the Judgment of Anubis because it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'll just do that. So much for your Judgment, Anubis. And since I already used up my redirect and I apparently don't want to take self-damage even though I'm at max. Whatever, I'll do damage. This will damage the target, which is important. So now I can do this round where I heal Akash'Flora again. So then Lyra, power, and then drum, and then damage, and then hit points. And then damage. See, each time we do this, we're doing 4 damage to Akash'Bhuta, so all I have to do is do this 50 times, and we win. Win is damage, not important. There was someone who mentioned on one of my YouTube videos, on one of the Dolphins dive videos, like in episode 17 or something. And I don't remember why, but this person said something like, Lute is smart as long as he doesn't channel his inner Jeremy. And I was trying to figure out what he was talking about, because I think it was a Plague Rat game, and I was going crazy with Mr. Fixer damage, and I won. But then the comment was, Lute is smart when he doesn't channel Jeremy. And it's like, I mean, how do you expect me to beat Plague Rat without dealing 85 damage? Okay? Like, you have to deal 85 damage somewhere. I'm sorry. Alright, Thrashing Brambles. That's the only card play that makes sense. X is the number of seeds in play, +1. This would do 2 and 2 to myself, and then I could do 2 and 2 to several other targets. But, like, we have lots of hit point opportunities right now. I mean, like, we're healing Akash'Thriya every time we use Rhapsody of Vigor. And Akash'Flora also heals Akash'Thriya, so I probably just want to do this. Because the advantage of this is I can hit Akash'Bhuta and the Phalanges. And I could actually take out the Healing Pollen with this, or I could redirect off of Nightmist. Or I can give Argent Adept a reason to use his heal 2 HP thing. But that's fine. 2 and 2 damage to 2 targets is really good. Alright, there's only 2 cards in the deck right now. A Namti and an Ursh. Or Urshe. Who is going to discard the remaining cards. But we could possibly get something. We don't need the Healing Pollen, I guess, though. So let's just Vitalize Thorns. It is not the top of the deck. Namti deals the non-environment with the second highest. Discard, please. And this is a worthy redirect, if there ever was one. I kind of feel like we're just going to end up mist forming to get more cards for Nightmist anyway, so let's get rid of the Oblivion, and someone's going to yell at me for getting rid of Heedless Lash. I'm sorry. If I take out the Phalanges, I discard the Thriya card. Oh, but if I can't hit Akash'Bhuta with this. No, you failed me. You have forsaken me. Oh well, we'll discard the Thriya card. Oh good, a Primeval Eruption. Dang it. Oh, but it revealed 3 non-limbs. Okay, that's acceptable. You got rid of the ongoing card. You got rid of the card that would have destroyed the Rod of Anubis. So ongoings are now safe. Equipments are still not safe, but there's only one of them left in the deck. Let's give someone else a chance to heal, I guess. Okay, well, that was fun. Did that discard go into the trash? It did. Okay. We have 2 seeds in the trash right now, and none in the Thriya's trash. Okay, so where does that put us? I think we're still in this annoying spot where I want to be able to get the counterpoint bulwark, so I could both reduce damage to Akash'Thriya and give card draws when I want them, but I don't have it yet still. But I could Sadistic Dissonant, because that is a harmony thing, so I could actually use the harp now. I could also destroy any card I wanted, except for character cards. That's fine. So then Argent Adept will then the drum. Yeah. I mean, I guess if I give Mist Form to Nightmist right now, she would then draw 3 cards instead of 2 cards. But 2 damage is worth more than 1 card draw, I would say. I don't want to destroy Namti right now. The problem with destroying Namti is that it's going to make Akash'Bhuta play a card. So, yeah, we already healed Flora. I guess Flora only doesn't appear when she's at 3 HP. When she's at 4 HP, she appears. Okay. I kind of want to be able to double up on Rhapsody or something else. Man, I could Scherzo and deal damage instead of heal. So I want to keep those. Silver Shadows will be great eventually, I swear. Polyphoric Flare, we're almost at the point where I want to be able to use it. Idasar's Horn. I guess. Is there another Conjuration in my deck? There is. Alright, let's ditch that one. Oh my gosh, Vernal Sonata! You were only the 11th card from the bottom of my deck with 3 more beneath you. This is so weird. Misform. I'm mostly doing that to get more cards for Nightmist, even though her base power would also allow for 2 card draws. But I'm so scared because I'm at 26 hit points. I might take too much damage and die. Also, we got the Subdominant back, which is nice. But what I really wanted, actually, I still don't have. I don't have the Counterpoint Bulwark, but I do have a Vernal Sonata that can get it. So, let's... damage. I feel like Argent Adept has been the principal damage dealer in this game. Kind of by accident. All right, let's keep cycling through these cards. I mean, double Scherzos would deal 8 damage to Akash'Thriya, or Akash'Flora rather, especially if I do damage increases to Argent Adept via Zoo's Bell. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need Rhapsody Vigor now. I want to use Polyphoric Flare, but we're not there yet. Another Saraband, another Arcane Cadence, and another Vernal Sonata. Oh, good. You were only the 7th from the bottom with 2 more beneath you. My gosh, this shuffle. Not as bad as Hoist Chain being the bottom 2 cards, but still. Okay, I can Earth's Attunement. For some reason, I can do this thing again because it makes sense. Namti's now targeting Nightmist, who is immune to damage, and so is the Arboreal Phalanges. Right? Yeah, Nightmist. Okay, so that's good. So we can actually hit all 3 of these things. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna basically play this card immediately. Sure. And no. Oh my gosh, a Vitalized Thorns enter play. Oh my gosh, the first Mountainous Carapace all game. That's crazy. This has actually been a very tame Akash'Bhuta turn because, or Akash'Bhuta game. Because she only played 1 Primeval Eruption so far, and it revealed 3 non-limbs. Okay. So, I don't know about you. Actually, if I play Arcane Cadence and I don't get a Counterpoint Bulwark, I will call shenanigans. I got a Counterpoint Bulwark. Bottom card was the Sadistic Dissonant. I guess I knew that Actually, I knew what some of these cards were because I put them on the bottom of my deck much earlier in the game. So the Vernal Sonatas being so deep in the deck is actually extra alarming. Although I did shuffle the deck a couple times. So I'm actually slightly lying to you when I said they've been on the bottom of the deck this entire time. They've been the bottom of the deck after each shuffle is especially worse. Okay. So then I guess, since I can now do this properly, we want to play the Counterpoint Bulwark. We want to use Zeus Bell to activate the Perform of a Rhythm to give a damage reduction to Akash'Flora. We want the Accompany of a Rhythm or Harmony. Well, we don't have too many good options there still, and I can't activate both Zeus Bell and Akpunku's Drum, so I can't actually activate Rhapsody of Vigor now. Unless I could Polyphoric Flare. So I think I actually want Polyphoric Flare more than I want Vernal Sonata. But I will still keep one on top of my deck. I'll put one on the bottom of the deck because that's where it seems to want to be anyway. And then I will Lyra and Harp. And then I can do the Zeus Bell. Reduce damage dealt to Akash'Flora. And I might also want to reduce to Thriya. I mean, if she's going to be doing self-damage things... I mean, that's going to be self-damage as well, though. But, I mean, if she's doing self-damage to herself, we could actually reduce that and save herself. Haha! Even though she's at a hit point level that is just below Nightmist's max, so it doesn't really matter too much. We can do card draws, and Argent Adept does not need card draws right now, but we could also do damage. Let's do damage. Except Mountainous Carapace is actually screwing us up a smidge. So I guess I'm gonna hit Mountainous Carapace. We want you to die. You must die. And then this, because reasons. I can Silver Shadow. Is that gonna help? That's not gonna help. Really. So, Subdominant we want to play. Scherzos will be good someday. Vernal Sonatas, if I discard them, the world ends. Saraband, I don't need more than one of. Instrumental Conjuration. My trash has two, but I'm going to shuffle this soon, but it doesn't matter. Pipes and Horn. I mean, I guess I want those. I'm sorry, I'm discarding Silver Shadow. That's the other card that I feel bad discarding. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to do card draws now to Nightmist. Even though she was a misform for the one round, we're basically going to break her out of it. Because we have to deal with the Carapace, and it's about time that we do some damage to things. I don't know if Oblivion is going to be good. Oblivion is going to do indiscriminate damage to seeds, which isn't necessarily awful. It will do damage to Flora, but Flora has a damage reduction. And at worst, we're doing 3 damage, or at best, we're doing 3 damage to everything, so the seeds would go away. So I guess I don't really want to do that after all. Damn it. Arrgh. Let's just Mistbound. Mistbound seems like something. Ah, come on, discard. There we go. Stop Akash'Bhuta from playing cards. There we go. And I really just want cards. So even though I could do 3 damage by discarding, I'm actually going to just take the self-damage and keep my cards. After all, I'm still at 24 hit points. Because people are like, you should totally do something. Alright, so that's fine. So we'll do that. And then Lyra, Harp, and then Zeus Bell. I could give a damage reduction to Nightmist, but I feel like I don't need it. The damage reduction on Akash'Flora is amazing because now we can give everyone a power. But let's give it to Akash'Thriya because Nightmist can just heal like a bot. And then let's do card draws to Nightmist. People, what do they know? Argent Adept is still at max hit points, so I'm going to use the Dissonant. To discard. That's all, folks. I could discard Drake's Pipes and then Instrumental Conjurer at top. Yes. Instrumental Conjure. That's definitely how that word parses. And then card draw to Nightmist. Or maybe to Akash'Flora, but she could use Scatter Seeds. So she still has an option there. That's 0 damage. Nightmist is now going to use a power and is going to deal herself damage. Not discard. Nightmist needs to take damage. So she dealt herself 6 damage. Okay. Deal yourself damage and then damage things. Play a top card of the environment deck. You may destroy an environment card. Or put a seed from your hand or trash into the environment trash and draw a card. Well, that would put Strangling Roots in the trash. I think I'm just going to do this. 0 damage to myself, followed by 4 damage to several things and 2 damage to Akash'Bhuta. And 4 damage to Nightmist. What? All right, cool. Now, for the play phase. Scatter Seeds. Deal myself 4 because it still reduces to 2, but I still draw 2 and discard 2. And that's fine because I can discard Strangling Roots and put them into the trash. And move any numbers. Yeah, just move all of them. And I could play the top card of the environment deck and destroy a card, or I could just let the environment play a card. And then it will shuffle anyway. Or rather, this is going to happen. Actually, it doesn't have to happen. I kind of want the environment to shuffle. Actually, no, this is the time to have the environment shuffle because... Wait. Where's my thing? Did I misbound or did I misbound? Oh, wait. No, I did misbound. I stopped cards from being played. No, I did that. I think I did that at a bad time, didn't I? I don't know. Something happened. Thought I played misbound. Before I played misbound. I destroyed Mistform. That happened at the start of my turn. Did I not play misbound ever? That's probably what happened. I don't know. We don't have misbound, so I can't just destroy Nupti. And I don't really want the environment to play a target and then have Akash'Bhuta play a card. So I guess I'm just gonna keep in this state of prevent things from happening by shuffling that, yes. Reduce damage dealt by those targets by 2. So, Namti, Phalanges, Buddha. And now Namti doesn't do anything anyway, so who cares? Oh, I'm dumb. Misbound is a one-shot. That's why. Okay, this makes more sense. I was thinking it was like Takedown where it has to be an ongoing card. My bad. Okay, so what am I gonna do now? I want to Alacritus so I could actually do several things. No, I could do I want a Polyfloric Flare so I could do all the things? I don't need to. I do want to do Alacritus so I could start playing a bunch of these cards that I've been hoarding. Although I won't be able to use Zeusbell if I do that. Damn it. I can't do all the things still. Unless I sacrifice Alacritus. But I don't want to, Mom. Okay, Zeusbell. Reduction. On Flora. And Thria. And card draw. On Nightmist. And then discard 2, draw 3. I'm gonna keep that subdominant. I think we will eventually have Argent Adept at the point where he's going to play Alacritus and then use its accompany several times. Probably. Or he's gonna play Polyphoric Flare several times. I don't know. Arcane Cadence, I don't want. Probably should have conjured, I guess. Just keep getting all the instruments that you don't need. Card draw on Nightmist. We can keep mist bounding. We might be able to also just have Nightmist in a cycle of mist bounding, which sounds like an amazing plan. Let's do it. Oh, I don't need mist form now, right? Or enlightenment because Argent Adept. Okay, so you know the best way to defeat a villain is to just keep mist bounding its deck. What did I just discard? Eldring? Yeah, that's fine. Mist of Time, I'm not gonna use either. Although oh right, this was the self damage. No, that's fine. I have card draw now. I can use this. Actually, if I was gonna do that, why don't I just use the rod? Well, it doesn't matter. I discarded 2 cards I wasn't likely to use anyway. Okay, powers. Powers. Many powers. Getting this cycle going every other round at this point. I'm gonna give one to Nightmist because I'm nice. Okay, and then card draw to Nightmist. And then discard 2, draw 3. Syncopated was one I wanted, but I already have it in play, don't I? I do already have it in play. Never mind, I have it. Should I be using it at some point? Probably. It's just so hard to fit it in. Because I can only do Zeusbell twice per round, and I'm doing it both on damage reductions on Akash'Flora. Pretty soon I'm going to be at the point where I don't even have to use Statistic Dissonant either. Oh man, this game is just a bunch of overpowered nonsense. Note to self, the title for this video should be Overpowered Nonsense. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'm just going to pull up this. There, now I'm not going to forget the title. Okay, Nightmist uses a power, and Nightmist doesn't need card draws or discards, so she's just going to do straight up damage, which will conveniently take out the Carapace. So now that shuffles, which is fine. You may only flip this way once per turn, so we can't do it again on Akash'Thriya's turn, but that's fine because she can't play cards, so it doesn't matter. And now we can do this thing. And we can actually wipe the board with this. Correction. It should just be called Crazy Insane Nonsense, aka Overpowered Nonsense. Alright, now it's the play phase. And, well, I mean, that would actually shuffle the environment deck. I should wait until I can actually do something with that. But now I can draw 3, discard 3, and move any number of seeds from my trash. So hopefully we draw as many seeds as we can, and we did. Oh, right, I also did self-damage with the thing. Right, this actually combos. Yeah! Combos! Except I still have to discard 5, but that's fine. I don't need 2 Thrashing Brambles. And that order doesn't matter. And play a top card. I don't want to do that. I will do a card draw. Followed by a card draw. Followed by hit points. Followed by a shuffle. Vitalized Thorns. Do I want to do that part? I guess it's only 1 damage, so I might as well. Judgment of Anubis. Yes, play the top card of the environment deck. Oh boy, I love this card. I basically just... I will discard my hand. Because I like drawing 5 cards. Even though it doesn't really matter. Arguably, I should have kept as the earth turns, but I kind of just love discarding my hand for this and getting a new hand. Anubis enters play. Akash'Bhuta cannot play cards. Top card is a 3A card. Yeah! And this is doing 2 and 2. No, just 2. Just 2. Which I could actually just have him take out a creeping mold and end it all. And I might as well do that because he's annoying and I'm gonna flip Akash'Bhuta and I don't want targets in play. All right. Board is cleared, and there's no cards in play. And she can't play cards, rather. Okay. No, Miss Bhuta, I expect you to die. I mean, okay, so I have syncopated. I could syncopated. Increase damage dealt by Argent Adept by 1. And then he could activate his accompany for 3 damage. And then this would accompany this accompany for 3 damage. So that's 6 damage on that turn. The problem is I could also play Scherzo of Frost and Flame and activate it with Akpunku's Drum. So I'd do 2 damage here, 4 damage off of Scherzo, and then 2 damage off of the Lyra. So that's 2 more points of damage. But then I don't have a +1 on Nightmist, or not on Nightmist, but on Thriya's turn. And maybe having that +1 would result in more damage on the second round, even though I'm doing 2 less damage this round. Because, like, if I'm going to do Lyra, Harp, and then that, actually, it's going to be... No, yeah, actually, no, it is going to do more damage. So I'm going to do that then. That is going to do more damage. Min-maxing with Dolphin. Because, like, here's the thing, is... if I do the +1 to myself this round, I still have it on Thriya's turn. And that's going to trigger each time he does a damage instance. So yes, Argent Adept is the principal damage dealer in this fight. Welcome to Dolphin's Dive. Now the problem is, where does this other +1 go? This one's not as straightforward because these other heroes do a lot of self-damage. But Nightmist could hit more with that, but then she can't really use Oblivion as well. She could Heedless Lash for more damage. And maybe that's worth it. All right, so now I want to trigger this every single time. So this is going to trigger every single time I have an opportunity to use Onslaught. I will use Onslaught. And here, I don't need the hit points, so I'm going to discard cards. All right, I don't have any more planar misbounds. So forceful damage dealing. So Heedless Slash. I mean, still 3 damage, right? Oblivion is not as likely to be played unless I really want to wipe the board. And then, do we have? No. This is better in hand. Akash might do a thing for the first time in 30 minutes. But it's not too likely. Well, I mean, it is possible. Alright, so you do a power. Akash'Flora is at 10 HP, so she can take some damage, but I am going to use Zoo's Bell for the second time. Actually, no, I'm not. Because I'm going to use Akpunku's Drum. Okay, that's fine. So Akash'Flora is going to take 2 damage. Oh my gosh. So weird. Use this one. And then use Akpunku's Drum. And next round, we will actually put out Drake's Pipes. And then we can use double 2 2s, or 1 1s, which will trigger, yeah, that will do slightly more damage. Argent Adept, the principal damage dealer! Sadistic Dissonant. Oh, but I have to put the other one in play. No! No, I have to play both. No! But Nightmist will use her power because it's still 3 damage. And I mean, I don't generally use this to do stuff, but I mean, it would destroy seeds, right? And that would result in retaliations. Ha ha ha. But I don't think, I guess I don't have to destroy all of them. I kind of really like, where was it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Deal 2 and 2. It is self-damage, but I mean, like, does that matter? Also gonna hit Akash'Flora. I'm not gonna use it. I could use it with my base power anyway, or power phase rather. Is there? Actually, no. I don't really want to use that because I already know what the top of the environment deck is. Or no, it doesn't matter because it doesn't shuffle the environment deck. Do I want Noxious Pod? Not really. I'm gonna do Cultivation. And then I'm going to Thrashing Brambles. Alright, we are halfway done with this game. It's only been an hour and 25 minutes, but we're halfway done with this game. Oh no, this is gonna shuffle it. Damn it. That's fine. Look, see, the top card is still a Akash'Thriya card, so it's fine. Actually, I wanted to shuffle. Yeah, I wanted to actually, yeah, let's take that back. I did want to shuffle the environment deck, even though we've gotten lucky so many times. I do want to shuffle because I want Buddha to flip because I prefer her on this side. Discard. Challenge of fire. Discard. Deal each target 2 fire damage. And I can redirect it, so I can also get rid of it. Yeah! I feel like Creeping Mold's only existence is to deal with the random trials that I don't want. I have a funny story about this card. It says here H+2, I'm pretty sure. At the start of the environment turn, each player may discard up to 3 cards. If 5 cards are discarded this way, destroy this card. I once played a game of Sentinels in real life in physical, with a physical game. I haven't actually played the physical game in a long, long time. But I played this with friends back in like 2014 or 15. And we had the challenge of fire. And we also had everyone incapped except for one. So when this card got played, I was describing it to my friend. I'm like, all right, Amy, you may discard up to 3 cards. If somehow you discarded 5 cards, you can destroy this card. If somehow, in the process of discarding 3 cards, you actually discarded 5 cards, you may destroy this card. This one also destroys an environment. Do I want this one? Creeping Mold. Well, neither of them actually do anything when they're in play, but Strangling Roots might someday destroy a target with 3 or fewer HP, which actually could include a seed in that. But I kind of want to save the ongoing destruction for potential things. Allies of the Earth is a thing I would want to destroy. Alright, I need to get out the pipes. So let's conjure it. What was the face they made? They laughed it. They got a kick out of it. Okay, so it still makes sense to try to do lots of things here. The problem is I want to use this perform. I think I'm going to destroy this Alacritus so that I could get the second Scherzo out. So what that means is that I'm going to be using Lyra, Power, Argent, Perform, Play, Argent, Scherzo. But now, in order for me to be able to do many things, I need to use the power on this. But now, this card is going to get destroyed, but it's not going to get destroyed until we completely resolve the power I activate. So if I use Bell, and I do the +1 on myself, and on Nightmist, then I can activate the accompany on this, which says I'm going to use a power. Even though it's in the process of being destroyed, or it's not really technically in the process of being destroyed, I can actually use it again. And I can then activate either Ekpunku's Drum or Drake's Pipes. Drake's Pipes are superior. If I had the other one that I guess I drew, Idasar's Horn, I could actually activate it again and get 3 power uses out of Alacritus before it gets destroyed. But I don't have it in play, so I guess I'm going to have to use Drake's Pipes now. And oh my god, I'm going to do 3 and 3 2 times. Because Argent Adept, the principal damage dealer. Somewhere, Nepicross is feeling rather happy. It's not quite the 30 damage combo that he loves so much. Because I'm not playing base Argent Adept, who's the only one capable of doing that, really. But I can do multiple +1s off of Thriya, so that's fine. Or using the power off of Thriya. Okay, so controlled damage is superior to uncontrolled damage. Because Oblivion can potentially reveal 2 4s. And while Nightmist can redirect some of that, she can't redirect all of it, and those seeds will go away, which isn't inherently bad, but oh. But what I can do is planar banishment, and that would destroy allies of the earth. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I could reveal a 1. Well, that's lame, but it's still 3 damage. 3 damage is 3 damage. 2 relics in the deck, so I don't want those. The timing of Argent Adept is as bad a hardcore blue deck in Magic the Gathering. I have not played Magic the Gathering. I've been meaning to learn it, though. I've used up the redirect, so I'm going to use the rod now. I'm focusing as much fire to Akash'Bhuta as I can, and it's still taking a while. Alright, Argent Adept. And we can't do the double up, triple up thing because we destroyed the Alacritus, but we can do the Lyra. And then the Harp. And then the Pipes. For double scherzos. And you have not taken damage since the Cold War, so sadistic. You don't need that. You don't need that. And then syncopated. Nightmist takes her turn to deal damage. And then we will stop there because we can just use the damage dealing one on Nightmist's or on Akash'Thriya's play phase. Oh. So, Accelerate Nature's Order. Whenever you play a non-target card this way, Akash'Thriya deals herself 1 psychic damage and destroys an environment card. Whenever you play a target this way, that target deals 1 target 3 toxic damage. I have not really used that one too often, but I kind of feel like this is the deck you would want to use it in, other than like a target richer deck. Because we already have a lot of seeds shuffled in, and it's already many targets. Some of these targets I don't want, though. Do we have a seed? We still have Noxious Pod. Noxious Pod would be lots of card draws and discards. Shuffle. I don't want to shuffle. Let's do Instantaneous Maturation. Food time. Entertain you. Yes, little puppets, dance. We will do this. I'm not going to get as much out of it as I would like, but is at least... Well, I guess I'm going to draw 5, and I'm not going to be able to... oh, well. I'm going to play a card. I've dealt myself 2 damage this turn. There are 2 seeds in my deck. I can actually get them. With Instantaneous Maturation. I feel like I have the same cards I had before except for Scatter Seeds. Or for Instantaneous Maturation. So I'm going to do that. To get... Vitalized Thorns. And I'm going to play a card. Like Scatter Seeds. I am starting to actually get low on hit points because we've not done as many heals since Argent Adept went rogue. But I have dealt myself 4 damage this turn. What's damage between friends? If needed, we can do passive turns with Argent Adept. We've not been doing that since we've had lots of hit points to burn, but we're starting to lose those hit points. Okay, we have to discard 8 cards. So discard seeds because they'll be moved into the environment trash. Thrashing Brambles is limited, so that should go. Primeval Germination is limited, so that should go. One with the land is limited, so that should go. That takes care of the easy decisions. Verdant Explosion could heal the tree, but she also would involve some self-damage. As the earth turns, should be kept. Rapid Growth. Ooh, that could deal some damage based on the number of cards discarded this way. And it can make sure that we get a seed on top. Yeah, so I'm just going to destroy Accelerate Nature's Order, or discard. And I'm going to discard Verdant Explosion. No, Rapid Growth. There we go. So I still have 1 copy of them in case I change my mind. This is actually, by the way, going to deal myself a full 2 and 2. Is there a chance that the environment will take me out if I do that? Maybe? Then again, she'll be tied with seeds. She should be safe. It's a lot of hit points there for sure, but I think what we'll do to make up for it is instead of Argent Adept being I guess that technically technically put her past the seed hit points. I'm not really too worried. Play. See, I can heal. There we go. I could have also healed the tree, I guess. Oh, we got another seed, so reduce damage by Akash'Thriya, and it doesn't actually help at all, but Flora. And then the rest doesn't matter, or shouldn't be done. Living Rock Slide. Pirate Savvy is raiding with a party of 22. Thank you for the raid, Pirate Savvy. You're watching me demolish Akash'Bhuta with 3 heroes that just completely took over. So if I hit Akash'Thriya, I have 2 Vitalized Thorns. This will hit that target for 1 melee twice, because we have 2 of them. So that one's worth it. I could do, or no, I can't because this is not environment damage. The rest of this is gonna have to go through, isn't it? It is. That's fine. That's the first damage Argent Adept took in an hour. Oh my gosh. So, actually, I mean, how much damage am I doing per Argent Adept turn right now? That's the thing. I could also use Polyphoric Flare to do this, but I lost my Subdominant. So I can't really combo as much unless I play the Subdominant and then destroy it again. So here's the thing. We have Nemesis damage. We have Syncopated Onslaught damage increase. We have 2 Scherzos. We have a Syncopated that gets activated frequently. But I need the Horn. Yeah, I need the Horn for that to actually work. So I'm going to do the Horn. So I'm going to just make this a passive turn then. In complete contrast to everything I've been doing so far. Because I want to have a super turn. And we haven't had the time for a super turn. But now we're going to have a super turn. But not this turn. As long as I actually play the right thing. Did I play? I don't think I played the right thing. Or I played the right instrument. I think I played the drum because I'm dumb. So that, and then Argent Adept, Harp, and then Argent Adept, Bell. And then Counterpoint Bulwark. And we'll actually select Thriya and Flora so that they are saved. And now, even though I don't have the boost, I might as well still do +1s on Buddha. And I can actually regain a hit point this time. Oh my gosh. And then I might as well do damage to Buddha. So we don't have the +1 on Nightmist this time. So should I just Oblivion? I mean, that would actually still take out the seeds. Which, I mean, when a seed gets destroyed, some of them have retaliations. I mean, they basically have retaliations, right? And actually, we might be able to just destroy a healing pollen and keep all the seeds in play. But it might be better to just destroy the seeds. So let's just be balls to the wall and destroy seeds. 2 and 4. So let's do 2 to each target. Nightmist, redirect. Star Shield and call forth. Because Rock Slide's being taken out anyway, so I don't need to redirect to Rock Slide. So this is going to take out seeds. But that means that there will be retaliations. So now we're down to the seeds. So how should we do the rest? Either destroy an ongoing or environment card or destroy a card. Well, or discard a card. She's going to be discarding cards. I guess that's the only unfortunate part. Draw a card and each hero target regains 1 hit point. Okay. Destroy a target with 3 or fewer. Hey, that's a Rock Slide. Nice. Okay, and then damage, 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 damage. Heal, heal, and then discards. I don't think the order matters. Well, actually, I guess the Creeping Mold, we would have more options to discard if I drew a card first, but that's fine. Look at these seeds that are going to max HP just for them to get destroyed still. Let's stop these decisions. This turn, basically this game, but maybe there's a reason not to move to the trash eventually someday. I don't think there's a reason to do that one. Now I'm starting to think if I had just gone balls to the wall with Argent Adept, we would have won after all. Damn it. I mean, even balls to the even when I'm passive, I'm still doing damage, and I don't have a +1, so it's not really like I'm doing that much less damage. Yeah, I still don't have all of them. That's fine. We will... Two and 2 would be 4 twice as 8. Yeah, I think it's just better to be safe. I mean, I'm gonna win. There's no denying the fact that I'm gonna win. Except I probably... Well, no, it doesn't matter. We'll give Akash'Bhuta a fighting chance. She's gonna play a card. So we'll give her a fighting chance. Oh, you could actually regain a hit point because of Oblivion. Nice. All right. And then Rod. And then you can use Thrashing Brambles. And then you can... See, now I can't actually play as the Earth turns because Akash'Thriya can't actually damage herself because of all the damage reductions. That's why it's less safe. Destroy any number of seeds. There are no seeds in play. So that's not going to do anything. And cultivation... Whatever. Have more of them. Keep discarding cards. See if I care. Play the top card of the environment deck. Shuffle either one or all. Discard or play. If I shuffle, I guess that would be more fun. Let's just shuffle one. Shuffle one. We have all these choices. Let's do... Creeping Mold. Discard. Creeping Mold. No. Discard. Discard. Tried so hard to discard cards. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had too fun. Nope. Okay, so I don't have seeds to redirect it this time. But I think we'll be fine. Oh my gosh, Argent Adept has taken so much damage this round. Whatever shall I do? Select the target with the lowest HP. Akash'Flora cannot deal damage. Oh no! Akash'Flora cannot deal damage. That means that he can't deal self-damage. Okay. Well, then I guess I can do the thing that I was going to do. Even though I don't need it, because this is super supreme overkill right now. Man, if only I had Ensnaring Brambles earlier, I could have used it to have Akash'Flora not deal itself damage. Oh well. Oh shoot, actually, well, it doesn't matter. The real right way to do this is Idasar's Horn. That was the whole reason I played Idasar's Horn. So let's actually do that. And let's actually not back up that far because that's wrong. Okay, let's do this the right way. Lyra, Super Tonic, Argent Adept, Harp, Super Tonic, Argent Adept, Bell, Syncopated Onslaught, Argent Adept, and who cares? And then Alacritus Subdominant, Idasar's Horn, Scherzo, and then Alacritus Subdominant, and then Drake's Pipes, and there we go. Argent Adept, the principal damage dealer. And I finished the game with Nightmist in 25 HP, so that means that I played her wrong. Womp womp. Okay, so it is 8:50. Do I want to start a new game? The choices are Apostate, Ennead, Gloomweaver, Skinwalker, Gloomweaver. I could probably do base Gloomweaver. Challenge mode is Villain Relics are indestructible. So let's do base Gloomweaver. Let's make this a speed run to make this more interesting. Lead with Nightmist, and we'll be Darkwatch Nightmist. Argent Adept, and a variant other than Dark Conductor or base. Let's do extreme. And the environment, I feel like, let's just show, there it is. I feel like Realm of Discord is the definition of Gloomweaver, so it has to be Realm of Discord. So we're leading with the variant, or rather, we're leading with the Nemesis, so the third hero is up for grabs. So I'll leave it to the chat. Who should my third hero be? Viewer's choice! For the first time in like 6 months. I used to do viewer's choice. Like, I used to have a routine for my streams back when I only played Sentinels. And the routine was the first game was my choice, the second game was viewer's choice, the third game was random, and the fourth game was hodgepodge. And I have scrapped that because just pick the best one. I scrapped it when I started doing one deck dungeon streams because I wanted to do one deck dungeon and Sentinels in most nights. And that meant that I just ended up just doing base game or self picks. Pick completionists, guys, and then you don't need to pick variants anymore because you just keep swapping them. I kind of like the idea of absolute zero because that means that I have 3 complexity 3s, which, by the way, what is Akash'Thriya? Complexity 3. All right, let's just make this a complexity 3 stream. Why not? So, also speedrun with complexity 3 heroes seems like a wise plan. And to make this even more interesting, let's do Termi-Nation absolute zero. All right, so and also challenge. Has to be challenge. Challenge Gloomweaver versus Darkwatch Nightmist, Extreme Prime Wardens, Argent, Adept, and Termi-Nation absolute zero in Realm of Discord speedrun. And actually, since it is a speedrun, I am technically a speedrunner. And speedrunners use a live split program. So let's get live split running and share it on stream. Once this starts up, because it takes a while for some reason. Or did I even start it? Let me hit this button. Oh, okay. I didn't actually hit the button. Okay. Oh, no, I did open it. It's open twice. Okay. That's fine. So where should I go? That can just go there. And then I want to add window capture, existing splits. Okay. There it is. This is how speedruns work with speedrunners, is you have splits. I mean, I don't have actual splits up. It's just a timer, but same thing. So let me just double check that this works. If I do that button, no, that doesn't work. Did I change something since? Settings? Oh, F5 is not the button, it's F4. Yeah, there we go. Then F6 is reset. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit fight, and I'm gonna hit tab and F4, and we'll go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just gonna hit onward. No dialogue. I'm not even gonna look at my hands. And there's the tab button. Okay, Drum of Despair. By the way, villain relics are indestructible, so that's gonna be there forever. And that one is what? Destroy things, or yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. I don't care about that. Oblivion, wipe the board. And then that was 2 2s, so it doesn't matter. But Lude, you're playing Darkwatch Nightmist. Why'd you start with Oblivion when you could have controlled your Oblivion? Lude. Okay, and then okay, do yourself damage. Bomb. Let's do that, and then deal damage. Could I do something with Argent Adept in a cool manner? I could thermal shockwave ridiculously. No. Play a card, use a power. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Do I want to do it myself? I don't know. Just a Gloomweaver. Stop asking questions. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. No, I'm just gonna do this because I can have Argent Adept grant me things whenever I need to. And then I don't care. Just deal the damage. Sable Pin. Destroys one of their cards with deal damage. Argent Adept. Alright, Tome. And this is me being stupid. Tome means I don't have to think much. It's a speedrun strat. Just accept it. Alright, Arcane. And then I want that one. But I need an instrument someday. None of these will help me get instruments. No! Stupid Argent Adept, screwing up all the plans. Vernal Sonata, and then Silver Shadow, and then let's get another Alacritus in play so that I might be able to consider the possibility of playing it someday. Absolute Zero plays Null Point and uses base power. And we're not going to destroy a card. Okay, hello. And then Sub-Zero. And this is what ends up being that zero self-damage, I guess. Yeah, hit the drum. That's a good play. Destroy all other distortions, regain HP. Skip, choose, and then Curse the Acolyte. Excellent, excellent. Everything is going according to plan. Actually, sort of, because he didn't do things because of reasons. Amulet. And then stop doing Dark Watch things still. These, like, playing with 3 complexity heroes in a speedrun is a poor idea. Who thought of this? Alright, does Absolute Zero have the other? He does. Okay, this is fine then. We're gonna do this thing where I'm gonna hit Argent Adept, or I'm gonna hit Absolute Zero with that so that he can use his Termi-Nation power pre-turn, and then there's like 0 risk. This sounds beautiful. I can't see anything going wrong with this. Not at all. I don't really want to deal cold damage though. But I am gonna do it here. It's fine. Everything's fine. How much damage have I dealt? 3 cold? Okay, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. This is fine. Negative energy field. Nope. Nope. Okay, now what? Oblivion. See, I still have no idea what is on the top of my deck because I have not used her base power since the first time. See, the problem is Dark Watch Nightmist is tricky to play in a speedrun. Tricky to play in general. In a speedrun, I'm just kind of ignoring everything. You still don't have an instrument. This is fine. Calculated. I've dealt myself 7 fire damage. Nah, thermal shockwave. And then I've dealt 5, so I can do this. So now I've dealt 8. That's gonna be 12 self damage. That's fine. Thank you. I'm gonna heal. I could have done like half of Gloomyverse damage there, but I'm gonna go with survival. And now you're gonna stop Absolute Zero from dealing damage. Thank you. That was exactly what I wanted. That punishes me for doing the heal. And that also punishes me for doing the heal. Damn it! Okay, now it's getting tricky. Let's do Mist Form. Just so that eventually Ethereal Bonds will hit Nightmist, and then I don't have to worry about it at all. Conjure an instrument. Yes, please. Please. Please do. Deck. Harp. There we go. Since I can't punch Absolute Zero, might as well just use this. And I don't want to punch myself. I could punch other things, though, since Absolute Zero can't do anything anyway. Absolute Zero, the principal damage dealer. Or Argent Adept, the principal damage dealer, rather. Okay, either destroy one of your cards or be dealt 3 psychic. Ugh. Stupid. I mean, I guess this is my fault. This is the pin. I'll destroy it. The Curtis. I have one of them. Nothing in my trash. Can't use a power. Or could use power, but it's no effect, so we'll just double up. And then... Stupid. Alright, Absolute Zero still cannot deal damage. 2 damage. Either discard 2 or destroy 1. Nightmist can skip. Absolute Zero will discard. We'll keep Horfire though. Argent that can discard. I have to be more careful now because we're actually getting scary. At the end of that hero's turn, Gloomy. Okay, Nightmist is immune. So don't destroy. Portal Fiend will currently target Nightmist. That is good. Vernal Sonata because heals. And then I don't know. Oblivion 4. Oh. Conjuration. Or Fire's good. The stupid Ethereal Bonds came out at the worst time. I could have finished the game by now. Stupid speedruns. I kind of want to keep Argent Adept higher. Or at least, actually no, Nightmist can be higher. If I do, I'll destroy counterpoint. Skip. Destroy all other cards. All non-hero targets other than the non-hero target with the lowest HP are immune. That's a terrible card in Challenge, Gloomweaver. Oh my gosh, the speedrun is getting so stupid now. Nightmist will skip. Everyone will just skip, whatever. And now we get Cursed Acolyte back. Okay. Also the second Cursed Acolyte because funsies. Don't destroy Mist Form, I think. Now the stupid problem is that I can't hit Gloomweaver, period, and I have to take out the Profane Zealot before I can take out the Cursed Acolytes. But I think the pins are going to get in the way first, but this might be fine. I am going to Vernal Sonata again. I guess 4? And then here, I guess it's Arcane Cadence, and then Frostbound Drain. Oh, I can't actually damage. Okay. I lost the speedrun, Mint. Okay. Now I could destroy something and then do spread damage. I don't think it's gonna matter though. 3 plus 2. Yeah, no, that doesn't help at all. Horfire? Could Horfire do something maybe? Heal self. Just don't finish at the highest, because then it's not gonna work. Profane Zealots. Oh, and now zombie servants are in the way. That's good. Now I can't hit anything else. I really don't like this because that's gonna do damage. Stupid. Who decided on this on this environment? Okay, I know Argent can't deal damage now, or Absolute Zero can't deal damage now, but I am just gonna go with the whole let's hope that he survives thing. I mean, Nightmist can survive forever because in this form, and Gloomweaver can't forcibly destroy stuff. But a lot of that is I can't do anything about. Okay, discard 2 or destroy 1. Discard 2. 2 Silver Shadows. I know. Discard 2. I'm going to be hopeful that I can actually use Field Freeze someday. I'm going to just remain hopeful. Can I destroy... Do I have environment destruction? I guess I've been kind of neglecting the fact that I might be able to destroy environments, but I can't, so I won't. Can Argent Adept even survive? I don't know. Vernal Sonata can be played. Oh wait, there is ongoing destruction there, but I have to activate it. That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard. So, let me... I could play it off of Alacritus. I could do that, because the power is not really doing anything anyway. So, what I then have to do, I have to... I have to play Saraband. I'm going to put Vernal on top. I'm going to put Inventive on... Or I'm going to put that in hand on top. On bottom... In trash, play, and then I'm going to use Musaragnis to play... Wait. Oh no, I could... And then I can conjure, right. So I will search my deck for something that can do a melody, and the rest doesn't really matter, and I don't really have many other options. I guess Inspiring Supertonic would be ideal. So I want the thing that's actually in my trash, isn't it? Damn it! I'm doing all the wrong things. Play. Argent. Trash. There. Heal. And you're going to destroy a card so you don't take 3 damage. You would like to play something, but you can't deal damage. Destroy all other things. All right, so now all of my setups are 6 HP. That's good. That's excellent. Okay, discard 2 or destroy 1. Discard 2. I'm going to keep the Vernal Sonata because I kind of have to keep my equipments and ongoings healed up. Discard 2. Now field freeze is going to be great. You can deal damage now. But it's not a lot of damage, and it's not enough to stop the Cursed Acolyte. I mean, I absolutely should destroy that distortion still. Even though it's not making non-hero targets immune, it's still really bad. I can destroy it with Argent Adept, though. I'm not going to destroy Mistform. So I have to give Argent Adept a power, though. Or do I? I don't have to. It's just annoying. Now you feel like you're in a Poltergeist movie because of all the flashings on the screen? Yeah. I don't really like that because it's not very, it is not very friendly to people who suffer from seizures. I don't know. Impale? Like, I have to destroy the thing, otherwise my setup's going to get wiped by Cursed Acolytes. So I have to destroy it with the Saraband of Destruction, the Imbued Vitality. And then heal. And then I have to destroy something. So I guess it's the harp, even though I like the harp, but I want to keep my ongoing destruction or equipment thing, whatever. Is there things I can destroy here that would make sense? I can destroy Sub-Zero. It's not vital. I don't want to destroy that after having worked so hard to keep it. Get rid of Coolant Blast. I kind of don't want to destroy Mistform, but I guess it's also not terrible to lose Mistform. I could always go back into Mistform. Yeah, we're at the point where this has been stupid for too long. I actually have to think how to get out of this situation. Because the problem is that we stopped, like, we were set up to take out Gloomweaver with Absolute Zero, and then Ethereal Bonds came out and stopped Absolute Zero from dealing damage, and then the stupid Claustrophobic Delusion came out when we had Cursed Acolytes to deal with, so it was just stupid nonsense. I've dealt 42 cold damage this turn. I have. Destroy one of their cards, or Gloomweaver deals that hero 3 psychic damage. That's not good. I have cards to discard. Actually, okay, yeah, that's good, actually. I can use that to take out the Cursed Acolyte, so Absolute Zero doesn't have to use his power then. Because the stupid thing is that if I take damage, I basically die. I don't think Mistbound's really that vital. Okay. Increased damage dealt by 1. Discard. Actually, no, you could redirect. Is that redirect going to matter? Could we take out something with that? We could take out the Indigo Pin. Or the Sable Pin. But not that Sable Pin. That's fine. I'll save it for some rainy day. Yeah, this has been an annoying fight. If you take damage, you will survive, but I want you to I don't want you to take damage. So let's keep the environment destruction because the environment's been terrible. If you take damage, you would survive. But I don't have a means of healing you now. So I'm gonna keep the Healy and lose the fire one. Man, all this stupid. Ugh. Okay, that's a reason to discard if there ever was one. I am not feeling too good about this fight right now, but is there a way out of this? The Grimoire of Curses is not good. The Drum of Despair is not good. I think I just kind of have to go after Gloomweaver right now. Oblivion is very risky, but I can redirect. Yeah, I'm just gonna go super balls to the wall here. Oh, except Ethereal Bonds. Never mind. I guess I'm not going balls to the wall after all. I mean, I guess I could just do the stupid Mist Form game again, which is not very speedrun conducive, but oh, I don't even have an company anymore. I can't punch Absolute Zero to great effect. So destroy not a thing. The Portal Fiends are getting ridiculous, but they're gonna go after the Grimoires, right? And Gloomweaver, actually. So actually, yeah, I'll just destroy the thing that's stopping us from dealing damage. Be dealt 3 psychic damage and die. And that's also gonna do damage. Yeah. Oh, also, yeah, it's +1, so I have to destroy something. So let's destroy the Saraband. It was great. It was fun. Let's impale a Gloomweaver. Let's not deal damage or not do the thing, because if you sneeze, you die. Hit Gloomweaver. This choice actually doesn't matter. Time flies. If they do neither, Gloomweaver deals their hero 3 Infernal. Well, Nightmist can just skip because she's immune. Right? Yeah, she's immune. Argent Adept will destroy because he doesn't have any other setup now. Absolute Zero. Because the problem is, yeah, that's also going to deal damage. Absolute Zero is going to destroy his card. And then we're all going to discard one. So Absolute Zero is actually at the point where he actually can't do anything. And the Profane Zealot, of course. I mean, Gloomweaver's down to 11. Is there a way I can win? I mean, right now, I mean, obviously I can win. If I get out of Mist Form and I use Oblivion, Gloomweaver is a -1, but Nightmist is a nemesis, and I can redirect some damage. And we can punch Nightmist, I guess, to play a card. Okay, this is me just taking a risk. Because I want to take out Gloomweaver. Okay, so Profane Zealot will regain whenever... Yeah, so I want to hit Profane Zealot last. If it matters. I don't know if it matters. Okay, we're finally wiping the board of all these cards that entered play and I was never able to deal with properly. Except the rest doesn't matter, so that's fine. And, oh right, I have a second card play. Okay. Actually, if I have a second card play, then I want to do Elder Ring in Oblivion. Yes, this is cheating. And I think, I mean, I should have hit Profane Zealot last that turn anyway. I think this will actually do it. It's not cheating, it's bending the rules. Does the rest of this matter? It does not. And then hit the Zealot first. Zealot's gone. Yay, full damage. Oh yeah, and that does it. Awesome. 27 minutes. Gloomweaver speedrun. Well, thank you for watching the Gloomweaver non-speedrun. Ah, man, that was a symphony of disaster. I think. Like, the problem was that when I was about to get set up to take out Gloomweaver, I was being risky for sure with Absolute Zero and ignoring all of the things that the villains were doing. But then the Realm of Discord played the card that stopped Absolute Zero from dealing damage, so then I couldn't do my super damage dealing combos. And then when I was about ready to deal with damage again, then Realm of Discord played the card that said the non-hero target with the lowest HP is the only one that's not immune to damage, and then I couldn't wipe the board with Absolute Zero again. That just made it so much harder. I mean, in fairness, it makes the game fun, because if you're just steamrolling the game, it's not fun. But it definitely made it harder to adequately do it in a speedrun setting. This could have been about 7 minutes if it weren't for those issues. But oh well, we have successfully completed Challenge Gloomweaver. And what that puts us for the summer/fall/winter of challenges is Akash'Bhuta is gone, Gloomweaver is gone, so we still have Apostate, Ennead, and Skinwalker Gloomweaver V2. Because we did do it with Spite, but that was in the Rook City era. Now we're in the Infernal Relics era, so we're going to do this again, but leading with Nightmist, followed up by Argent Adept and a third hero, probably Wraith. That would probably make more sense. Apostate's nemesis is Fnatic, so this would be Fnatic's game. Ennead's nemesis is Ra, so this would be Ra's game. And their challenge rules are certainly fun. Whenever a demon enters play, the top card of the villain deck is played. Every villain one-shot has all three symbols as keywords. And the game starts with Spite Agent of Gloom. Okay, but that is it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay. That feels more like a Gloomweaver stream, even though most of it was Akash'Bhuta. But thank you for watching. I hope you appreciated the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Check out the other streams on the channel. We have Handelabra live every Tuesday with John and sometimes Jeremy. We have Dolphins live every Friday with me doing strategy streams. Next week we'll be doing One Deck Dungeon and Aeon's End. And that'll be the first time on stream that I'll be playing with Mist in One Deck Dungeon and with Jay in Aeon's End. I believe both are released. I think that was last week, and I was going to do a Sentinel stream that week, and then I canceled. So it would have been this week, but whatever. Check out that stream next week for that. Check out On Deck every Saturday with Pirate Savvy and Dover, who are here, or at least Pirate is still here, because she's just like, "Good night, Dolphin." That's what Pirate sounds like. "Good night, Dolphin." And then we have Dover, who would play his clap thing. And then we have Tales from the Archive every Sunday with another Letdown, who does some storytelling Sentinels. So be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out the other streams on this channel. Be sure to check out Sentinels of the Multiverse on deck, not on deck, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Bottom of the Ninth, the current Handelabra products. And be sure to check out the Spirit Island. Not the Indiegogo has passed, but there will be a backer kit for the game. I believe it counts for pre-orders, or it can be used for a pre-order if you didn't want to back during the Indiegogo fundraiser. Be sure to check out Spirit Island when it does release, though, because Handelabra does have a good habit of releasing excellent games. And yeah, that's it. I believe I'm done for tonight. Thank you again for watching. Have a good night, guys.